In this part we're going to do something with these brown tarps down here. We've got green and red and white, and these brown just don't go with the picture, so I'm going to choose the zoom tool and once again zoom in to about 300% and choose my magic wand tool because I need to select these tarps down here. Once again, make sure that your add to section is clicked because you may need to click more than once. So I click here and you can see it highlighted a lot, and click there and I have more, but I've got this section here and that adds that, and there's some lighter brown here and it adds that. I now have this pretty well selected, so I'm going to go ahead and choose a color. I want to make this green, so if I click on the foreground color here, I get all my various colors. Rather than trying to find one, we can change the hex value to a dark green, which is 006600, and you can see that nice dark green there. I click OK. Now, before I put the green in here, I want to make sure that I use don't put it directly on the gondola, so I'm going to go up to Layer and ask for a new layer. That's from the Layer menu. And I'm going to title this layer Green Tarp Layer, because that's what it's going to be, and you can see it comes into my Layers menu down here. I then need the Paint Bucket tool because I need to fill that spot, and it's with the Gradient tool. So I choose that, and I come down here and I can click in the middle of this, and you can see it covers it with that nice green. Well, the problem is it doesn't look very natural. So I'm going to come over to my green tarp layer and I need to change some of the settings. So I'm going to double click on that little icon in the green tarp layer, and I get some options here for layer styles. I can change this from normal to overlay because I want the color to overlay the texture that is there, and you'll be able to see the changes down here as they happen. Opacity is a bit too much, so we're going to bring that down to about 80, and we're going to take out the green and only have the red and the blue channels. The knockout is going to be to shallow, and finally we want to make sure we blend the interior, blend the clipped layer and transparent shapes layer. So I'm going to click on all three of those up there, and I click OK now to set those, and you can see now that it looks very different. And you can see this nice rich green, but you can also see the shadows under it. I can then zoom back out, and I'm done with this step.